If you're a user from Bricks or you want to move from another builders to this tool, maybe you are question, what can I do with vanilla Bricks without extra add-ons in the market? Because sometimes if you see some videos on YouTube from another creators, you will see, and from mine too, you will see that they use another extra tools that sometimes change the UI and UX from Bricks, or maybe add some extra codes that you don't understand super well because you don't know the other tools, like for example frameworks of CCS, or you don't know another tools that get more extra fields or extra shortcut to Bricks. So let's discover what we can do on this first video with vanilla Bricks Builder. I will show you 3 things that maybe it's important to know you, what is the scope of this, and if this video has exit, it's you like this video, let me know on the comment. I will do more video to discover more what we can do with vanilla Bricks. Okay, let's start it. But before, remember, if you are a solopreneur or a developer solopreneur, or maybe an agency, and you need an extra hand from a developer on Bricks with the best standards, with the best framework CCS, like automatic CCS or Core Framework, you can contact with me on OWP, and I can help you with my team to get this project done with this stack that I mentioned before. The last 2 months we complete 4 projects with OWP. You will see some of this project on the next time on our portfolio, and also some of this project you will not see because we are white label services, and if you want share with us your portfolio, it's in your decision, but it's not mandatory. It's a white label services of development. You can check more on our pricing and contact with us for this pricing monthly that you can get this. Okay, the first thing that we will discover is the capability to do forms on Bricks Builder. This functionality maybe is not super used, but it's a really nice tool if you don't wanna pay an extra license from another form, like I don't know, Form Pro or Gravity Forms, or you don't like a lot Contact Form 7 and need to style them with custom code, and the other forms you need to do custom CCS to develop this form. But if you want a simple form to contact you and your project, you have a super cool form builder on Bricks Builder. So how to work that? I will show you what is the scope of them on this video, and what you can do it with this form. Some good points that have these forms is that will save the data if you check on the settings. You can save the data on your WordPress database, okay? And I will add a form, okay? So what we can do with these forms? Let's discover. The first thing that you will see is you have a pre-built form with the basic fields that you need to use. For example, your name, your email, and your message. So this is the basic forms that you will use in the most of the project. And you can add more fields on this left panel and change the type of the input that you are using, okay? And you have some extra setting that you can add. For example, you can change the label, first name, for example, and you will see that here is not changing because this is the placeholder, is not showing the label on this time. And you can add a value by default, for example, Mariano, if you want to set the first name. Okay, this should be delayed later, but without label, without value, we will do. And let me open a little more here, and we can check the min length, max length. We can add an attribute here. This by default it's name, or I don't know, it's not by default. You can add here name, attribute autocomplete, on off, and you can add some difference. And also, this is a very curious, I discovered it now, you can add a honeypot and add a extra trap to the spammers directly on Wix. This is super nice. Also, you have some different fields that you can add, text area, and you have a lot of extra input that you can add. For example, you can add tell for add a phone. Let me change that. Phone, your phone, and you can add here on the placeholder, for example, the type of the font that you accept, that, or like an example. You can add honeypot, add if it's required or not. For example, for this first one, we will use will be required. I believe that this required by default here, but nope. Email, honeypot require. Okay, this I don't know why this is not here require on honeypot. If you don't add, if you activate honeypot, the required field will hide you. So also you have a lot of fields here. Okay, this is super cool. You can also add a hidden field here and use, so it's more complex than I expected. I don't really use it to use this kind of form, but if you want to add a simple form and save to your database, this is super good. Show asterisk for require forms. Let me check how to looks that. And the good thing is that you can set the style here on directly from the builder. Okay, if you check here, you can style this one. Let me change the to the dark mode here to rest my eyes, sorry. And we can add some style here. For example, change the color of the button, wherever you want. Add an icon also. Here. And you can add submit. Nice, it's super. I'll use more of that. And action after successful forms. Here you can send an email, sorry. You can also add a webhook, MailChimp, SendGrid. You can redirect this to your add-ons, to your email marketing tools. User login, user registration, lost power, reset, save submission. Here we can add save submission, and the message here, save submission from contact form example. We can save the AP, max entries, set maximum entries of the submission that you want to store in your database, and spam protection. You can add a red captcha here from Wix settings. You can add turn style from Cloudflare if you are a user from Cloudflare, and honeypot, this is on directly on the fields that we did before. I will delete this one, okay, and I will send a message. Hello, I want to contact you. Okay. Submission failed. Please reload the page to submit the form again. Okay. Maybe it's because I am with the preview. So the email is not showing. I don't know why. For this reason, submission fails. Let me reload the page. I don't know why my name is not. This is the honeypot. Okay. I believe that with this check, honeypot it's added, but this is to add a honeypot hidden on your form. Honeypot is a hidden field that if someone complete this input, the form will refuse like we see before. So let's add that. And if I am a bot, I see a hidden field and complete, this will detect that. Submit now should be work. Submission, please reload the page and try submission again. Hello. No, don't work. Okay, the problem is because I doesn't have a set SMTP on this project, so I delete this email to not do this action after send. This will be saved on the database directly on the project, and we will see where is saving this form. Okay, if we go with Bricks and see the form submission, we will see that these entries it's saving here. Okay, so refer, we'll see the first name, the hello message, and some stuff like that. Okay, so let's add more info here. Mariano. Okay, and here it's saving here, and you can also download the CSV, sorry, and use this database for wherever you want. I don't know if I can, for example, integrate this form to a Fluent CRM, for example. Maybe with the action of a webhook, I could integrate that with them. Add an endpoint. Yes, maybe we can try in another video if you want. So let me know on the comment if you want that I try that. And another thing that you can set here is the capability to style the inputs. Okay, if you change here, for example, the background, you can do it. Let's add no, white. I want a white. Here I'm gonna add, for example, some borders here with 2 pixels, with 0 on the top, 0 on the left, and 2 here, for example, to do something. The typography will be with this color. The font size will be 24. 24 now. 20. The color will be that. This typography, I think that this one you write. Yes. So okay, this is something that it's super cool to have directly on Bricks. If you don't want to add extra add-on and you don't like add a lot of plugin and you want to work only with Bricks and maybe a Fluent SMTP, like a plugin was SMTP to send emails and no more plugins, maybe plugins for security, you can do it with this and don't use a form plugin. The next, okay, WooCommerce. Talking about WooCommerce, the capability that you have with Bricks, I believe that it's the best right now, the best builder to do WooCommerce site because it's the fastest builder right now, with a lot of options to develop WooCommerce store with custom design, the capability to add custom code directly on the code block or something and add hooks directly on the builder and call custom functions from your code of PHP directly in the builder, and add a lot of things directly on and customize a lot your WooCommerce store. So what we have, what template we can do, I will show you, and it's a lot of template. Let me know you. The first template is product archive. Product archive is the shop page, okay? The other template is the single product. This is the single, like the product, okay? All right. The single product is amazing. The cart product, the empty cart, the checkout, the pay, the thank you page, the order receipt, the login page, the lost power confirmation, reset password, dashboard, orders, view orders, then download, addresses, edit account. It's so long, the things that you can do it with Bricks on WooCommerce. And you don't only can edit the template, you will have for each template a specific element to develop your WooCommerce store. For example, let's add product single to check that single product, but not yet in another order. Don't worry. Okay, let's check out the first. You will see all of the metadata that you will find here. Let's add a section, and I will add a little section padding here by default because it's a Bricks vanilla without nothing. And you will see you have the product title. This is like post title, no more, no less. You will have product gallery. You have product short description, product price, product stock, product meta, product content, product rating, add to cart, related products, product additional information, product review, product tab, product cross-sell. A lot of elements are. So these elements, it's the you can do it your template with PHP and call all of this function. You will have product title, you will have product tab, you will have product review, but all of this stuff is with custom code. Here you will have the options to style with Bricks, okay? Directly, for example, the product title will put with purple for do something. You can do another structure that it's not the default structure with the image and the title on the right, and with the description, the add to cart, and etc. If you don't want this structure, maybe it's the best for a store with physical product but not for digital products. You can edit this and add whatever you want and do a minimalist, for example, minimalist product page for a digital product, for example, something that it's in my mind, or not add the product tab or product information additional, because you will not really use that. And this is a good for having the builder. But also in another template that you will add, you will have another element to add on your template. So it's super powerful, and you will see on the documentation of Freaks that you will see a very long documentation to read and learn how to do more and more things. So if you are thinking change to Bricks, or you have doubts about what you can do with WooCommerce, the documentation of Bricks is super complete, and also have a lot of updates constantly that you can add. For example, let's add template from, for example, dashboard. Well, here on dashboard, you will not have element directly for this template, but you can add some of information. And this is not bad, because by default on dashboard, if you work with WooCommerce before, you will see that on dashboard you have some message that, hey, hello, Mariano, welcome to your dashboard. You will see you can log out and you will see your order, some stuff that you by default you will see on these menus. It's not necessary, but if we want to add more information, hello, welcome to your dashboard. I think that we can add some of dynamic data with breaks, for example, name, nickname, first name, display name, last name, user profile, display name. Let me check if this is the correct one. Okay, display name, no, should be name. So this dynamically will take the first name of the person. Okay, so now it's added. I edit my profile to show this because if you don't set your first name when you register on WooCommerce, this will be automatically, but on this case I doesn't have on my profile the name, so this will take dynamically that, and you can add more information. For example, I don't know, add if, for example, if you have any question or need support, please contact with us. And you can add a link here, for example, and go to doing a little of branding, okay? And this is how to work. But also on if you have this completely and you want to add and edit another template on WooCommerce, you will see that for example on you can add orders template, order, for example. You will see that this for orders, you will see more elements directly on your account, okay? Account orders, okay? You will see that here, we'll add there, and you will see that you can edit some stuff here. Now I doesn't have any order, but you can edit the background, of the table, and I did some stuff of the table that it's really nice. You can investigate more of that. If you want a complete video talking about WooCommerce, let me know, and we can do any tutorial of that. But the WooCommerce stuff, it's super complete. Okay, the last thing that I want to show you is the capability to add variables directly on Wix. This is maybe doesn't show a lot because we have custom frameworks with CSS, and maybe you want also if you want have your own little framework of CSS, maybe you will use any custom snippet plugin to develop, like Codebox, for example. I have in mind the first one of Fluent Snippet or Code Snippet, and add them. But if you want, you can have your variables directly on the builder, for example, variables. And this is a really nice tool, Manager, that is not a lot mentioned on some videos because you have add-ons that do that, but if you don't want, use. And if you go to this icon, classes and variables, you will see that you can manage all your classes that you have and delete or block any of them. And you will see variables here on the top to register some of these variables, and you can add whatever you want. For example, here I added before some spacings here, but also you can add some clamp spacings. For example, if you see on this tool, you can register any clamp that you want, depend of your viewport, for example, and this will be on here. I will add, for example, an spacing that will go from 5.6 to 24, okay, to adapt to mobile. So if you copy this clamp here and define on your variables, I will do here to, for example, space XL. I will add this calculation clamp. I will register, and we will have on a space XL with these values that we can use directly on from the builder. For example, if we want that a card, for example, let's do a card, a block, let's add a block, okay, let's add 2 blocks, and I will add this display flex directly in the ID, doesn't matter. And let's add a card, for example, and we'll add this padding. We can add a space, for example, and check that we have this spacing here, okay? And if you don't see nothing, it's because you doesn't have content, but if you see, we added our variables, and these variables are fluid because we add these clamp functions. Okay, this is 3 things that you can do with vanilla Wix. Variables is a little buggy for now. And let's see if you like this video. Comment below if you want more video like that, what we can do with vanilla Wix. Let me know and I will do. See you on the next video. Bye bye.